The first thing to say, just a general comment, is that the purpose of these yoga meditations is not to kind of erase the body from experience. It's just to dissolve those residues of the separate self that are expressed as tensions and contractions in the body, that leaving the body open and sensitive and transparent. It's not to, I'm not suggesting that you're implying this, I'm just using your question to make a general point. It's not to erase the experience of the body. It's to realign the experience of the body with the understanding that everything is made of consciousness. So there is still an experience of the body, but it's not the old, solid, dense, heavy body that seemed to house a suffering me. It's a body that is open and sensitive and in touch with its environment. So now, going more specifically to your question about these specific tensions that arise during the yoga meditations, sometimes we may and actually the description that I've just given may partly be responsible for this kind of expectation, in the same way that when we start meditating, very often we expect to suddenly become peaceful, and we're a little surprised to find, on the contrary, it's the doors open to a floodgate of feelings and ideas, and things seem to get worse before they get better. And this is often a surprise to people who start meditating, because they thought that meditating was going to make them more calm and peaceful. Exactly the same thing happens at the level of the body and sensations. And that is, we may undertake these yoga meditations expecting the body suddenly to become transparent and empty, and we're surprised to find that actually all these old tensions begin to make their way out of the woodwork and bubble up into the light of awareness. And then we think, just as we previously thought, oh, my meditation is failing because of all these, the appearance of all these emotions, we may now think that these yoga meditations are failing because we feel a constriction around the head or a tension in the shoulders. No. What's happening is that a previously undetected tension is now coming to the surface. So in fact it's very often a good sign when these tensions are revealed. For instance, let me give you an example of what might provoke the appearance of one of these tensions. If at some point this morning I said, feel that the sensation of the body begins to expand into the surrounding space. Now, some people may find that the sensation of the body is so happy to gradually expand into the space. But for other people, that can be a very frightening experience. There can be a loss of the sense of location, identity. You feel you're letting go of something essential to yourself, and at a certain point there can be a moment of fear, or one of these tensions in the body, a pain or a tension could appear. That tension would be a resistance to this expansion. And one of the purposes of this attempt to expand the sensation into space is to reveal these previously hidden resistances. So although they seem to be a failure of the meditation, they are actually an expression that it's working. The separate self is being flushed out of its hiding places in the body where it has successfully hidden for decades. So be patient. Be happy that these new tensions have arisen, don't try to get rid of them, because that just perpetuates them. Allow these new tensions to appear in the space of awareness. Allow them to hang suspended weightlessly in this loving space of awareness, and then you can gradually feel that these new sensations are expanded into the space, and in time they'll lose their tension. And then a new layer of tensions may come up, a slightly subtler residue of feelings.
I'm really glad that I did ask.
Yes, I'm glad you asked too. Yeah.
And I so appreciate your answer. And I have, along with that, just various feelings that aren't comfortable have been arising too. Just various emotions have been coming up as well.
Yes, no, that's very good. It's good. These our feelings. Many of our feelings are they're too painful to feel. For years, we've been resisting fully feeling them, precisely because they were too uncomfortable. We buried feelings going all the way back to our early childhood, just because they were too painful to feel. And these feelings, they're buried in the body. It's as if they're stored in the body, and they are on the way to liberating the body from these feelings. The feelings have to come out of hiding. So it's common for feelings to be evoked. They're tremendously powerful. Just the attempt to experience the body as a sensation and to begin to feel that sensation expanding into space is enough to provoke profound and ancient feelings. So it's good. It's not comfortable, but we should be courageous and loving, because the impulse is to get rid of those feelings. But that's what we've been doing unsuccessfully all our lives. We don't get rid of feelings, we bury them. So in this way, in this loving, this very gentle, loving contemplation of the body, these feelings are being invited out of their hiding places in the body. They bubble up, layer after layer, into the light of awareness. And awareness, in its own time, takes care of them.